In the Carpathian Mountains, villages did not build walls to keep out armies. They built them to survive the night. This is the true story of architects who designed fortresses against creatures that should not exist. Stefan Dragomir was not a soldier. He was an architect in 1742 when he arrived at the village of Vafle trademark TI in the Carpathian Mountains to build a church. The village elder met him at the gate with a strange request. "Forget the church," he said. "We need you to build walls that can hold against what comes at night." Stefan laughed at first. "Walls against what?" he asked. "Bandits." The elder's face remained grave. "No," he said quietly. "Against things that climb and things that fly and hunger endlessly." That night Stefan learned the elder spoke truth. Screams erupted after midnight. He watched from his window as something massive moved between the houses in impossible ways. Morning revealed the damage. 3 villagers gone. Claw marks on doors that stood 15 feet high. Blood trails leading to the forest that ended suddenly as if taken skyward. The blacksmith, a woman named Elena Kovac, brought Stefan to the forge. She showed him weapons made from silver, iron blessed by priests, and arrows with strange symbols carved deep. Elena explained that her family had been smiths here for 6 generations. Every generation learns to forge what keeps the creatures back. "But walls," she said, "we never had proper walls." Stefan spent days interviewing survivors. A hunter named Andrei described creatures with wings like bats but bodies like wolves. A farmer named Mirla spoke of pale figures that moved faster than sight. The priest, Father Vasile, showed Stefan the church records. Attacks happened in cycles. 40 years of peace, then 10 years of horror. They were in year 7 of the current cycle. Stefan realized he was not building a wall. He was designing a fortress against enemies that defied natural law. He needed to think beyond conventional architecture completely and absolutely. He started with height. The walls would be 30 feet tall, twice the reach of the largest claw marks. But Elena warned that some creatures flew at great heights. For the flyers, Stefan designed an overhang at the top. Stone brackets extending outward and downward, making it impossible for anything to grip the summit and pull itself over successfully. The foundations went deep, 20 feet into the earth. If creatures climbed walls, Stefan reasoned, perhaps some burrowed as well. Every defense needed to account for unexpected approaches always. Elena contributed a crucial innovation. She designed iron spikes that could be heated from inside the wall. If creatures tried to climb, the metal would burn through any hide or flesh. Father Vasile blessed every stone before it was laid. He mixed holy water into the mortar. Whether faith or chemistry mattered less than the psychological comfort it provided the workers. The village physician, Dr. Ioan Popescu, studied the recovered remains of creatures killed in past attacks. He identified weaknesses. Silver harmed them. Certain herbs repelled them. Sunlight destroyed them utterly. Stefan incorporated Dr. Popescu's findings. Towers were positioned to maximize morning sunlight exposure around the entire perimeter. No shadows could exist where creatures might hide at dawn successfully. Andrei the hunter designed the gate mechanism. 3 layers of barriers. Wood reinforced with silver bands. Iron plates behind that. And finally stone blocks that dropped into place at nightfall. As construction progressed, attacks increased. The creatures sensed something changing. 4 people vanished in 1 week. The villagers worked faster, sleeping in shifts, building desperately and frantically. Mirla organized the women to prepare supplies. They stockpiled food, water, weapons, and medicine inside the growing perimeter. If siege came, they would endure it behind their new walls. Stefan barely slept. He walked the construction each night with torch and sword. Twice he saw glowing eyes watching from the tree line. Once something growled his name from the darkness. Elena forged day and night. She created specialized tools for the masons. She made weapons for the guards. She built the heating system for the wall spikes piece by piece. Father Vasile established a schedule of constant prayer. Shifts of villagers maintained blessed vigils around the construction. Faith became another material in the fortress design and construction. Dr. Popescu developed a paste from silver dust and consecrated herbs. Workers painted it on the outer wall surfaces. Where creatures touched it, their skin would burn and mark them. 6 months into construction, a massive attack came. Dozens of creatures swarmed the incomplete walls. The battle lasted until dawn. 17 villagers died defending the unfinished fortress bravely. Stefan found his resolve hardened by the loss. He redesigned the remaining sections based on what the attack revealed. Creatures could leap 30 feet. The walls needed additional height immediately. Andrei proposed watchtowers with overlapping fields of fire. Crossbow teams could cover every approach. Nothing would reach the walls without passing through a killing field of silver-tipped bolts. Elena completed the heating system. She demonstrated it by making the spikes glow red-hot in minutes. Any creature touching the wall would lose hands or melt entirely on contact. Father Vasile consecrated the completed sections in an elaborate ceremony. Every stone, every spike, every gate, and tower received blessing. The fortress became holy ground by design and ritual. Dr. Popescu established an infirmary inside the walls. He trained others in medicine. Knowledge became another form of defense against injury and death that creatures could inflict constantly. Myrla created a governance structure for life within the walls. Food distribution, guard rotations, maintenance schedules. The fortress needed social architecture as much as stone to survive successfully. After 14 months, the walls stood complete. 35 feet of consecrated stone with heated spikes and overhangs. 4 towers with overlapping fields of fire. 1 impenetrable gate system. The first test came on a moonless night. Creatures attacked in force. They threw themselves against walls that would not yield. Spikes burned them. Arrows found them. Dawn revealed their failure. Word spread through the mountains. Other villages sent representatives to study Stefan's design. The architect who built against monsters became legendary throughout the Carpathian region rapidly. Elena's forge became a school. She taught smiths from across the region to make heated spike systems. Her innovations spread to dozens of villages seeking similar protection desperately. Father Vasile compiled a manual of proper blessing rituals for defensive structures. His theological approach to architecture influenced church doctrine throughout Eastern Europe for generations to follow. Dr. Popescu published findings on creature biology. His work, though dismissed by distant academies, saved countless lives in mountain communities that faced similar threats nightly and constantly. Andrei trained hunters from neighboring villages in tactical defense. His methods combined traditional hunting knowledge with military strategy to create effective defensive forces against supernatural threats always. Myrla's organizational systems were adopted by fortified villages throughout the region. Her social architecture proved as vital as stone walls for communities surviving under constant siege conditions. 5 years after completion, the fortress had never fallen. The creature attacks grew less frequent. Whatever intelligence guided them learned that Vafle trademark TI was no longer vulnerable prey at all. Stefan was commissioned to design fortifications for 12 more villages. Each incorporated lessons from Vafle trademark TI. Each adapted designs to local threats. The network of fortified villages grew stronger together. Elena eventually trained over 50 smiths in her techniques. The Guild of Defensive Smiths became formalized. Their symbol was a heated spike crossed with a blessed hammer forever. 20 years later, the old threats faded into legend. But the fortresses remained. They became part of regional identity. Architecture built from fear transformed into monuments of human resilience forever. Stefan died at 63, honored throughout the Carpathians. His fortresses still stood. His designs still protected. His belief that knowledge defeats fear outlived any creature that stalked the night. Today the walls of Vafle trademark TI still stand. Tourists visit what they think are medieval fortifications. But locals know the truth. They were never built against human enemies at all.